Oh my gosh, I have been waiting to see Chu Feng-B for quite some time, and I was dreading it a little. I saw the poster of two girls clashing, and it gave the impression that this anime was going to be ridiculous and uninspired, but in fact, judging by this first episode, it's turning out to be quite an effective action anime. Now, I hate using this word, but Chu Feng-B seems to be a lot more masculine than I initially thought it would be, in that this episode doesn't really focus on the female warriors, but on the violence and the mecha. I mean, lots of innocent people die horribly in this episode because of a mecha tank, which is something I wasn't quite expecting this early on in the anime, but it had the guts to go there. Now, innocent death is not a good thing, but when it's executed in a way that adds intensity to a situation, then everything becomes engrossing. I've seen so many mecha anime where there's very little stakes involved and nobody dies, but here, if the battle isn't fought properly, then people do die. Hence, I became invested in everything that was happening. So, episode 1 introduces us to a nameless guy who seems to be quite philosophical for some reason. I'm sure we'll find out why this is in later episodes, but I judge he's intelligent yet cynical. Those are good qualities for a main character in this kind of brutal anime. He's intelligent enough to survive, but cynical enough to maintain a down-to-earth atmosphere. He goes into a mall and searches for a CD to give to his love interest, but then the mall gets taken over by terrorists with a giant mech tank which slaughters nearly everyone inside, and the police are powerless. So yeah, pretty dark stuff for a first episode, but it did draw me in because the stakes were genuinely high. The terrorists will kill their hostages, including the nameless guy, without any hesitation. From then on, you can pretty much guess what happens next. Police don't succeed on their own, so then the female warrior from the poster arrives to save the day. Even though I don't care that much about the nameless guy at the moment, I do care that the script work was very tight. I mean, the pacing and progression was good, the choice to add philosophical dialogue was good, and the characters act and react in a believable way for this kind of anime. I really hope that level of script writing continues throughout the series, as I usually worry that a first episode will set everything up, then unfortunately ditch those elements like what has happened in various other mecha anime I've seen, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Yay! Another draw for me is that this anime feels like a real action anime. It knows to set up the stakes, how to apply brutality in a bold way, and rely on strategic action choreography rather than just making the action as crazy as possible in the hope that audiences will think that the action is good because it's so over the top. And yes, I can't wait to see the female warrior kick some terrorist ass in the next episode, more so than seeing where the plot line involving terrorists will go. Overall, very relieved first impressions of this anime. Chu Feng-B seems to be a solid mixture of philosophy, brutality, and science fiction.